Believe it or not, I kind of wanted to review this series when it came out, but I couldn't. You know, the holidays, the 5 presents, family members visiting your house. A lot of things went down the holidays, so I couldn't do it. Now I have time and space, so I decided to do it right now. Well, the first time you see my channel, I usually review cartoon series, anime series, and something completely random. Before we start this review, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, because those 3 things really help my channel to make this channel work bigger, more better, more efficient. I'm just saying, I mean, it just really does help. Now let's start the review. The B3 below. Now this is a spin-off series of Troll Hunter, but in fact it's an alien point of view landing in Troll Hunter's territory. And that basically means you focus on them, what they're doing in the situation, especially you solve them in their main series, because you have a lot of questions, who they are, why they're there, and why they're trying to hide from the human beings, and what is their purpose. But they'll answer every question here. Now this series actually don't point out that kind of 2 or 3 episodes they appear of season 1, I mean not season 1, season 2 and season 3. They actually do tie it up all together very nicely. It's kind of surprising. Usually it's kind of hard to do that because you do forget some things and they try to fix it. No, this one does do things that is so unique and impressive, especially they try to do kind of the Marvel thing that everything's connected kind of deal, but in my opinion they done it better in this series. Anyway, the story start with the Prince and Princess running away with their bodyguard because they basically have an attack a coup. Basically means they're kind of taking over the country and their parents almost dead, so they pick up their dead bodies, sort of dead bodies, and trying to heal them, but the only problem is it takes super long to heal them, so they have no choice to run and take their bodies and basically landing on Earth and trying to pretend to be human beings for a little while to have a sort of strategy what to do next to reclaim their kingdom and save their people. Basically, that's the story. Not very complicated. No. This is pretty good anyway. One thing I truly enjoy about this series, they're trying to avoid of the 2 princes and princess. They try to go to school because they're forced to, but they don't rely on old tropes. So like, I have to be the prom queen, I have to be the captain of the football team. No, they avoid that completely. They're almost kind of fish out of water kind of situation because they don't know human culture, so they kind of mess up multiple times. Almost like Third Rock for the Sun. You've seen that series, it's a similar concept, but instead they're actually aliens, but they research human beings and research how the emotions connect to people. This is basically the same thing. You see that series is on the same comedy because you kind of see them how to understand how the relation works, how a person deal with their own feelings and emotions and understanding the culture they're around them. But I love they also have kind of a metaphor about people, illegal aliens being a different country that should not be in our country. We have to move them, but at the same time we're putting almost like a good point of view that yeah, not all foreigners are bad people. They're really good, honest people who like to work a lot. I love that they actually do point it out but never made that a main focus. But they kind of avoid making any big meaning, but because they have a major story to tell. They have to figure out how to get out of this place because you know they have bunny hunters, and the bunny hunters do kill people. Well, not people, other aliens, but they're very brutal and very violent. Yeah, I enjoy that. But you don't have enough time with this bunny hunters, but you do feel when the one that kind of runs down, you see the expression, they want vengeance, they want to kill the prince and the princess and the bodyguard because you killed one of our guys. That in itself, they took a little time, just the expression, the moment they have to see that expression, they want to kill them. That in itself is so appreciated because this show is going at 1 million miles per hour. I mean, they are fast, but they know how to calm down. But they also do explain why I had to be kind of fast because they had to learn things quickly. They need to adapt and move to the next place. That in itself is appreciated because everything they do makes sense. Especially they don't really fit in on Earth because they don't know Earth culture. They're trying to figure out how to work in and out of this place. That stuff they always comment on that. They always point that out, but not in a brutal way. The more like kind of comical, but not kind of cringy. Like they know how to balance that kind of comedy and also take it serious at the same time. Yeah, I truly appreciate because you see Troll Hunter season 1, they kind of didn't know how to balance that. I mean, let's face it, season 1 Troll Hunter sucked, but they did learn the lesson to season 2, season 3, and this spin-off series because it was completely well handled. Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I don't know how much I have to explain that. I'm sorry. Continuing on this review, our 3 main characters are very likable. The prince and the princess are sister and brother, but they don't hit each other. Yeah, I like that they kind of avoided that. But they do like each other. They do kind of see each other like a real brother and sister. And their relationship is truly feel realistic. But I love that they're always kind of enthusiastic about Earth culture. You kind of make a marker, yeah, your intelligence is kind of low, but I like you. Now let's continue of the review about the main three characters. Now, the prince and the princess are kind of different, but similar at the same time. One is a genius, but he doesn't like, I'm proud genius, I'm the king of nerds. No, he's a genius, but try not to show up, not to stand out. You also have the princess who doesn't want to be queen. She want to have fun and not to be all royal and polished. She want to be reckless and having fun. But both of them have the same ideas because they try to do themselves. They're trying to be prepared for becoming king and queen and waiting, but at the same time they don't want the power, they don't want the responsibility because they don't feel they're prepared. That stuff they do point it out several times in the series, and you feel that's real. I mean, who wouldn't be prepared to become this great leaders if you don't know you're not prepared? That stuff they do point out a lot. I love that each one has a good personality. I mean, they don't have a much, but when they show it, that is very charming because both of them are very kind of enthusiastic about human culture. Like, what did this do? What did that do? What school? Why you need school? That is something questioning, but have a very enthusiastic feeling that almost charming that you just like about them. But of course, they don't have that much character development, but they do have moments like they're scared about their parents that dying. You're trying to understand, we have to be training, we have to be prepared. Especially how the bodyguard is probably the biggest personality, and he is very blunt about killing and wearing their own victim as clothing. I mean, he really loves killing and violence. It's something that I'm shocked you're allowed to say that on a family entertainment animation, because usually they avoid word killing, usually use erasing or eliminating or burying them, or this kind of metaphor of death. No. They not avoid, they straight out say it. You also straight out do it. They have characters, they do die the brutal way, but the way they actually handle it respectfully, explaining in the scenario they actually are. Then stuff I'm so impressed. But I also love it how to kind of subvert the violence, or at least the main bodyguard, how he enthusiastically like killing and fighting, but in a way they don't take him that serious because he says kind of like a loud mouth big guy who likes fighting and violence, but he does not want no character. He does care about the prince and the princess because they're not really to train to fight. He takes a little time to train them to understand the situation. But at the same time, he has a dark secret that I will not ruin because it's a really good point of view when happening in one their type of situation because of what the guy did. Once more, I'll try not to explain or ruin the series if you've not seen the series. I also like the secondary characters that are the same character you find in the original series, but you have more time, like the bully and the nerd who are best friends, but at the same time you can see more development, see more in the relationship with the aliens. That itself I enjoy. Now the animation is glorious, especially the alien culture that is amazingly cluttered of so much kind of like Tron Legacy art style, but they're actually aliens kind of a point of view that itself it's so much to see. You feel be so much clutter and they kind of don't want to watch it, but at the same time they did it in a way that it's so seamlessly that you don't feel overdid it. That stuff was so well handled. But anyway, I have to recommend this series. Oh, definitely. I highly recommend. The fact is, one of those series is binge watchable. You sit down the first episode, you won't stop watching to the very end. And they have 13 episodes. It's pretty long for an anime series. Usually I kind of hate that because sometimes they don't have enough things to do. Sometimes it feels drags on. But no, they do because they have so many things. The Bunny Hunter, the second story about what happened on the kingdom. And you also have the nerd and bully relationship trying to figure out what's going on. And you also have the original cast that are appearing once in a while. So they have so many things to do. And it's so well handled that wow, it's impressive. Usually the DreamWorks season 1 DreamWorks any animated series they do usually is kind of not well made. They always had a lot of trouble to fix the first season because it takes several seasons to fix everything mistake they did in the first. But no, they had a well handled thing. Well, I have to rate this. I have to give it a 9 out of 10 because wow, it's amazing. Now, I got one thing to say is, do you like this series? What do you like about it? What do you hate about it? You feel it's better than a troll hunter or not? Comment below, let me know. I got one thing I have to say is thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.